In the days after the great flood, the people of the earth spoke one language and lived together as one. They settled in a land called Shinar and said to one another, "Let us build a city and a tower that reaches the heavens, so we may make a name for ourselves." But the Lord saw that their hearts were filled with pride. They were not seeking God's glory, but their own. So God confused their language, and the people could no longer understand one another. They scattered across the earth, and the city was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the world. From that scattered world, God began a new story of faith. God spoke to a man named Abram, saying, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and all the families of the earth will be blessed through you." Abram obeyed, even though he did not know where he was going. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all that he owned, and he journeyed forward in faith. God promised Abram land, descendants, and blessing. Though Abram was old and had no children, he believed God, and it was counted to him as righteousness. As Abram's wealth grew, conflict arose between his herders and Lot's. Abram chose peace and allowed Lot to choose first. Lot chose the fertile plains near Sodom, while Abram remained in the land God promised. God reassured Abram once again, telling him his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky. Yet time passed, and Sarai still had no child. In her pain, she gave her servant Hagar to Abram, and Hagar bore a son named Ishmael. But this was not God's promised plan. God remained faithful. When Abram was 99 years old, God changed his name to Abraham, meaning father of many nations. Sarai became Sarah, meaning princess. God promised that Sarah herself would bear a son. Sarah laughed at the thought. She was old, and it seemed impossible. But God said, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" In time, Sarah gave birth to Isaac, the child of promise. Their laughter was turned from doubt into joy. God judged the wickedness of Sodom and Gomorrah, but he rescued Lot and his family because of Abraham's intercession. This showed that God is both just and merciful, slow to anger but righteous in judgment. Later, God tested Abraham's faith by asking him to offer Isaac. Abraham obeyed, trusting God completely. At the last moment, God provided a ram in Isaac's place, revealing himself as Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who provides. Sarah later died, and Abraham mourned her deeply. Before his own death, Abraham ensured Isaac had a wife, Rebekah, chosen through prayer and God's guidance. Abraham lived a long life, blessed by God, and when he died, he was buried beside Sarah. His story did not end with him, it continued through Isaac, and through generations to come. Genesis chapters 11 to 25 remind us that God opposes pride but honors faith. God keeps his promises, even when they seem impossible. Obedience opens the door to blessing. God's plans are always greater than our understanding. Through Abraham, God began a journey of redemption that would one day bless the whole world.